The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no voice, no guys, me, really raw, villain raw, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. It don't matter how it got happened, but Jewel ended up with 15, and you know what? I'll take it. At this point, I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. So, appreciate nice plus 235 little cash right there. I'll take whatever I can get from Jewel. I am so over the Aces situation right now. Completely over it. And so we have to talk about them again here today. And also, the Oklahoma City Thunder, no, they are dead ass wrong. This was supposed to be all about the WNBA today. Now we have to juggle the NBA Finals on top of this. Game 7. Scott Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused by the schedule because I figured with the NBA Finals, Game 7 starting at 8 o'clock, I figured they would try to clear out as much space as possible so they wouldn't have conflicting
It wasn't supposed to be a Game 7.
Correct.
We were not planning on it to be a 7.
I figured they would try to move the Storm and the Valkyries game earlier. I get that it's, West Coast time. So that's going to be 4 p.m. Eastern for the Storm and 5:30 p.m. Eastern for the Valkyries. But I really thought they would move a bunch of games to like 3. The first couple games of 3, thought you might have a game at noon. I thought they would move it around a bit more. But either way, yeah, you got a couple of overlapping programs for WNBA and for the NBA Finals.
It's OKC's fault. This was they did the WNBA scheduled as they saw fit. They were like, yeah, we don't get many Game 7s in the finals, so I'm sure we're pretty good for that day. And sure enough, NBA has stolen the flow yet again. Large slate here in the W here, Scott.
Yeah, we got 5 games.
All right. We can talk about them. Just a second, though. Got to remind everybody that the college football previews are going on over there on the College Football Experience. Kobe Dan and Moneyline Mac previewing every single college football team. And you want to tune in because you never know. I may hop in and do a preview here or there, talk about a Virginia school, ACC school, something like that. But we'll see. That's it. Go check it out. College Football Experience. All right. Let's start off. I'm actually disappointed. I'm not going to the game. Why am I not going to this game? I should be going to this game. I might go to this game. The Dallas Wings are on the road going to play the Washington Mystics. Mystics laying 3.5 here. 164.5 is the total. And you have the Mystics coming off of a 1-point loss on the road in Atlanta. And the Wings coming off of a win, not cover. Very important to stay there, Scott. A win, not cover versus the Connecticut Sun. Injury report. Anything looking crazy here? Anything out of the ordinary? Don't think so. Oh, wait, no, first of all, that's the wrong game. There we go. Dejanay is probable. You've got Maddie Seeger still out. Yep, that's about it. I mean, the Mystics game gave the Atlanta Dream a game, and I think the Atlanta Dream are good.
Yeah. They almost pulled that game out somehow. They were looking like they were dead a couple of times.
Yeah, after scoring 1 million points, and I have the under.
Yeah, I'm not going to blame Sykes either. She missed a free throw at the end, but it was miraculous they were even in that position in the first place. They were getting exposed defensively the entire game and somehow almost pulled it out. So it is what it is. It sucks because, the Mystics gave it a run for their money, but nice job. I mean, the Dream we saw give the Liberty a run for their money. They fell apart down the stretch. We saw them fall apart again. Mystics did just enough to not win the game, but they really made it as close as possible. But yeah, the Mystics look better. So props to them. And the Wings, they were up by a decent amount on Connecticut. They almost choked it, but they held on to win, not cover. So if you're not covering against Connecticut, we might have problems. So I'll go with the Mystics.
Hmm.
I mean, you always say there's a tier gap between these teams.
There are. I'm just seeing the minus number next to the Mystics doesn't feel good. I'll say that.
If you don't feel good about that, wait till we get another game with a team with a minus next to it.
Yeah. My concern here is Dallas just not being able to get stops, and the Mystics are kind of feeling themselves. They just put up 90 on the Dream on the road. Like that's really good. The Dream's defense is really solid here. Uh, so it's the rebounding. That's the thing that's really gonna scare me. Yes, you have Kiki, but that's really like, and I mean they made the lineup change and you got Shakira out there with her now, but like I really think the rebounding is gonna be the questionable thing here, and that's a place where Dallas has an edge. But
Do you like the lineup change? Or you're still
for
working it out?
for the wing or for the Mystics,
Yeah. You mentioned
um,
the lineup change. I'm wondering if you're actually a fan of it or not.
I wanted Steph Dawson out of the starting lineup. So the fact that she's out is good with me. Whether it's Shakira or whether it's Aaliyah, I think Shakira's been playing more offensively. It gives you more offensively if Shakira's out there, and I think that's where I like a Mystics team. I want to really go with the Mystics team total over, and I want to say that this is just going to be a new, better offense with Shakira Austin back in the starting lineup. Um, Kind of nervous, but the Wings defense is so bad that I'll take the chance. I like a Mystics team total over, and yeah, I'll lay the 3.5 with the Mystics here. They're 8-5 ATS here on the course of the season, and been pretty solid here at home. But the Wings are just it's really tough to just back the Wings overall. Enrique didn't give us anything against the Sun.
I tried to back her one more time, and she had like 3 points in the first 3.5 quarters. She sucked.
Yeah,
So, as you know, I'm low on Enrique anyway. I tried to give her one last shot at it, but she's joining.
I told you, it's you understand what you get.
I know.
You're either gonna get a monster game or you're gonna get the worst game ever.
Yeah, but she's viewed in top like 15, top 20
uh
talks in the league, and I feel like she's terrible half the time. Like I just feel like I thought it was a good spot for her. It was. She has no show the entire game. So yeah, now Enrique is put on the BAM list, the BAM banned list, because I can't back her ever again. I can't. I tried. She had 3 points against the Sun. Like I can't. I gave it a shot for Enrique. I've been a lot lower on Enrique than you have been over the years, but damn, I'm just not a fan of her game at all. I'm just not. But anyway, they won the game, so they got the job done for that sake. They didn't cover, but the Mystics are the better team, and at home they're pretty good. So
yeah. Yeah, I like the Mystics. I like the Mystics get it done. What's that team total? Let me get a number for the people on that team total real quick. I like that. That's how I would play it. And I guess over it's a Wings game, so you take the over and you take the first half over in the Wings games too, because they tend to die off in the second half of games. And so I like a first half over if you want to play around with that. But I like a Mystics team total over just fating that Wings defense overall. That is currently at 83.5. Yeah, I'll take over 83.5 for the Mystics. All right, player props. What do we have here?
So I do want to ask you about Kiki for a second because
Mm-hmm.
the lineup change might have sabotaged all of her stats,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to ask you if you think that can correct itself, or if it's just a spot where with Shakira now in the lineup, Kiki's just not going to get enough usage and opportunity because it feels like once they brought Shakira in, her stats just fell off a cliff, or maybe the bar was set too high initially. I'm kind of just wondering, what do you think?
I think that she started out really hot, and you have to and I think that of course there's going to be a little bit of a decline because she was the offensive option. It was Brittany Sykes and then Kiki Irfin and Sonia Citron, and now that you given Shakira more runs, Shakira is gonna command the ball when she's in the starting lineup. So I'm sure that it'll go down a little bit. I think that this is actually a pretty good game for both of them, and just to continue to attack inside of the paint of the Dallas Wings. I think both of them can have a really solid game here. Curious where let's see. Kira's at 20.5 on the PR. See, like there, I would, yep, 12.5 on the points. They're expecting her. Yeah, I think she goes over 12.5 points. She gets the usage anytime she's in the lineup, and it looks like Sydney Johnson is rocking with Kira. But they had to make a move other than Steph Dosen, man. She wasn't doing it offensively. Yeah, I think the Mystics offense rules. Anything you like?
I mean, I got to go back to Sykes. She's just been really, really good. She had 8 assists last game. She had at least 5 assists in 4 of the last 5. I don't mind the over 4.5 assists for her in this game. The Wings are allowing the most assists per game in the entire league, so it's a good matchup for her there. If you want the points, I don't mind that either. She's had at least 21 in 3 of the last 4. So I'll join the two together. Give me the PA for Sykes in this one. It's at 24.5. I think it's a good number. She has had at least 29 in 3 of the last 4 games. She's been flying over, and I do think that she's in line for a solid game here. So give me Sykes. I'll take the over PA at 24.5.
Let's see. Page, where is the RA at? Is this our first time playing? This is our first time playing the Mystics. Oh, the Yukon faithful are going to be out. They are going to be all over the arena. There's a heavy Yukon presence in DC, by the way, Scott. Heavy Yukon presence in DC. I've noticed it too much now. All right, let me see if I can find. Do we have? Oh wait, does it have any other odds on page RA? No, it looks like it's going to be at 9.5, 10.5. This is Prize Picks. This isn't a real book. Can I get a real? Okay, FanDuel has a 9.5 out there for page RA. That's a pretty good play. I like a 9.5 over RA. And nope. Nothing else comes to mind. I'm good. What's next? We have 3 p.m. game. Indiana. Oh, so we're getting a 3 p.m. game in Vegas. See, so they have a 12 o'clock tip off going off on the West Coast here. Las Vegas.
That's my point, though. Like, I don't understand why only one of the 3
Well, I
West
mean,
Coast locations.
you can't change it now. Like they didn't know that Game 7 was going to happen.
No,
You can't
I
change
get it.
now.
I get it. I'm wondering how those attendance numbers will be because people keep criticizing the NBA for having really bad actual viewer numbers. So maybe the Valkyries will sell it anyway. Who knows? But
This is Caitlin Clark. Everybody's going to this game.
Caitlin Clark, everyone will go to that game. But I'm saying this game is before the finals anyway, so the ratings will be fine on this game no matter what. I'm saying the later games with the Storm and the Valkyries. For that sake, the Valkyries might end up selling out anyway because that fan base is fantastic, which we'll get to in a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
just
like
wondering.
what if I'm in Seattle and Golden State,
You
even
don't.
though the finals are going off, I'm still
I don't
going
know
to the
about that.
game.
The Seattle hate watch of OKC for Game 7 would kind of go crazy, to be honest.
Nah, I'm still going to the Storm
You
game.
think so? The
Yeah.
Seattle fans that are like
What?
actively
Just
rooting against
because
OKC?
if I had tickets already for the Storm game, just because this ended up being Game 7, I'm not going to be like, oh, let me sell my
Oh no,
tickets
I
so I can
get
go
that. I'm
watch
just
Game
saying
7.
Seattle fans and all. A lot of them were hate watching the Thunder in the series. I'm just
Yeah,
throwing it
yeah,
out
yeah,
there.
yeah. No,
So
no, no. Okay, I could feel it. I could feel it, but I still think if I had already bought tickets, because this is Brianna Stewart
yeah,
coming back again. No, there's no way I would 100% still go to the game.
yeah.
100%. All right, Indiana, Las Vegas. Wait, pause that. Hold that thought. Got to talk to you about the Ultimate Fantasy Football giveaway over there at Circa Resort and Casino. 12-team league can draft in Vegas and be treated like VIPs. You'll get a limo ride from the airport, a $5,000 tab for a stadium swim, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. You can always get 15% off all Circa properties as well. Promo code SGPN. I'm sorry, SGP15. That is SGP15 for 15% off all Circa properties. And go into that contest right now. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Circa. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup and the WNBA. They accept customers from a ton of different locations, so you can easily deposit and get lightning fast payouts using cryptocurrency. Head over to MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right, now let's talk about Indiana on the road, going to play the Las Vegas Aces. Fever laying 1.5 in Vegas.
Are you surprised by that, or do you think that makes sense? Because the Aces are falling apart, but the Fever have been pretty underwhelming on the road, and they have not
Oh,
made.
we're gonna talk about it in just a second. They've been very underwhelming on the road, even with Caitlin Clark. I
I'm
I think it's
shocked.
fine.
Indiana's favored.
I think it's okay. I
I
mean,
I
because
get it. I'm just
we never
surprised
see
you
a
put it
pick
that
'em.
way.
We
Yeah.
never see a pick 'em in basketball. Like if this was
Yeah.
football, this would 100% be a pick 'em
Mhm.
game. But we don't see a pick 'em in basketball. They always make it one side or the other. So I guess I'm fine with it. But like I'm side eyeing
Mhm.
Indiana. I'm side eyeing Indiana as a road favorite in Vegas. I'm not gonna lie to you. 171 is the total. Asia Wilson did come back for that last game, so uh you will expect to see her play. I also want to point out, Scott, she did wear a white tee last game. I am 75% confident another white tee is coming out here today, maybe closer to 80%. DeWanna Bonner still out. I mean, do you want to take a stab on either one of these two teams?
I would rather take the over. I know you mentioned Indiana's team totals on the road have been terrible. I
Oh,
trust the
I mean, terrible is not even the word, Scott. They haven't gone over a team total yet.
Yeah, so I am interested in maybe the Aces team total over in this game. Even though they fell apart in the second half against the Storm, they scored some points. That counts for me. Like, do I trust Indiana's defense? Not really. They scored 83 against the Storm. They've been really bad, but even the games they've lost, they tend to get to 89, 88. Mercury, though, defensively are really good, but they only scored 70 in that one. And you ended up seeing Asia miss some games as well. But once again, I think the home team total is a way to look at it. They scored 96 against the Storm, scored 89 against the Sparks. Sorry, so just in order, 96 against the Sparks, 89 against the Sparks, 88 against the Wings. Asia missed some games, but they scored 83 against the Storm as well. So they've been good offensively. They can't guard to save their lives, but I think they can get to a decent amount of points in this game. I'll go with the over for their team total. Do you trust the Fever defensively in this game?
No.
So there you go.
Even though they haven't been horrible, but like I just think the Aces are they're about to throw the kitchen sink at this game.
They have to.
Yeah, I mean, not only is it just because Caitlin Clark's on the other side, and everybody's giving the Fever their best shot any chance they can, especially at home. But man, I mean, it looks bad. It looks really bad. They blew that game. They had a chance to beat the Storm.
Did you think they were going to win the game? I thought they did.
You
Going
said
into
what?
halftime, I thought the Aces were going to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, they blew it. They completely blew
They
it.
got outscored by 14 in the second half, and it wasn't close. They scored 38 points the entire second half. It just looked like early on the Aces got their offensive mojo back. They're at home. They have 45 points. Like, okay, this is usually the Aces that we get at home. And then they just got destroyed in the second half.
They
So,
couldn't stop anybody. It wasn't they weren't unable to get stops the entire second half of the game. And I mean, I think that's something that they can at least work on. It's like, okay, at least the Aces put together a half of good basketball.
yeah. I do want to
I
ask you, though, do you think the Aces know that Caitlin loves the step back? Do you think Becky knows that, or do you think that she needed,
Yeah, I
you
think
think
she
she knows?
knows.
Okay.
I think she knows. And I mean, Jackie Young is going to be on her like glue. And Ryan Howard defended her really, really well. I think Ryan Howard is probably the best person this season that has guarded her one on one. I think Jackie Young can be very comparable to Ryan Howard's effort on defense. So I had a hard time of laying points with Indiana on the road in Vegas. I really did. So I'm taking a home dog here. I really just think the Aces are going to throw the kitchen sink at this game and they win this one and then what's next? Okay, maybe not fade them against the Sun. But the Mystics, I would fade them again against the Mystics.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I might regret it. Yeah, I'm going Aces. Give me the Aces plus 1.5. I prefer the Aces team total over rather than the full game over just because I don't know what type of defensive effort. I mean, what type of offensive effort we're going to get from the Fever. You look at the last 5 games, the Fever are 1-4. This is not even on the road. This is just in general. The Fever are 1-4 to their team total in the last 5 games. Aces 3-2 in their last 5 games. I like the Aces to go over their team total.
Yeah, once again, I'm going to avoid the Aces defense entirely, so I'll just go with the team total over for them as well. I do want to ask you, because I understand that they've won multiple titles and all, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. Let's say the Aces don't turn this around, and they actually keep slumping for the next month or two. Is Becky on the hot seat?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I'm at least mentioning it. Because I do want to point out, Mark Davis does own the team.
Yeah.
There is a chance maybe they pull the plug somewhere. I'm just wondering. But I think Becky will keep her job anyway, because they won multiple titles, etc. It has been a rough go of it. And I'm just throwing it on the table that maybe there could be something in the works down the road, but I doubt it. So I agree with you, but I'm throwing it out, just food for thought. And Jimmy mentioning that no Stephanie White either. So
yes, that is a thank you, Jimmy. I forgot to add that. That is true. Steph White is not here for this game. That Aces team total is 85.5. Fever have given up over that in 2 of the last 3. Throwing that out there. All right, player props. What are we doing here?
So we got to go with Asia, right? I mean, if we're picking the Aces to do anything in this game, I'm assuming Asia's got.
Oh, she's wearing the white T-shirt again. I'm locked in. She's wearing the white T-shirt again. And they're not going to be able to stop her.
Yeah, the points have been a little bit underwhelming lately. Not against the Fever. She's had at least 27 points in 3 of the last 4 against the Fever. But in the last couple games overall, she has had less than 23 points in 7 of the last 8, and her line's at 23.5.
Yep.
But you could argue this is a must-win game. I know that there are more games on the horizon, but damn, they need this game. So I'm going to go with the over. Give me the PR. I'll go with the classic Asia angle. She dominates in every possible way. She either has like 25 and 10 or she has 22 and 15, and she finds a way to have a monster game anyway. Give me the over on the Asia PR, which you can find at around 34.5, give or take. I just don't know how they're going to guard her. And I think that even the game she only had 15 points against the Fever, the last meeting, which was last year, she still had 17 rebounds. So I'll go with the over. I think Asia has a monster game. Give me the PR over.
What's up to everybody in the chat? Saw Shannon in there early. Andre. You got, what's that? Is that Eddie? Who else? Mal. Yeah, everybody's in here. All right. We got Burning the Midnight Oil. I see everybody. Christian's playing COD. What's your KD? What's the KD ratio? Or do we not play that no more? Do we not play that no more?
When was the last time you played COD?
Pandemic.
Okay.
Pandemic, yeah. That's when I was playing Warzone. I was playing Warzone a little bit. I feel like nobody plays actual multiplayer anymore. I feel like everybody plays Warzone now.
I still remember. I forgot which one it was. There was a Cold War game, right? A couple of years ago.
No, because the Cold War wasn't a war.
I thought there was a. Wasn't there like? No, it wasn't the current one. It was whatever.
But it was. It wasn't the Cold War. It was a war. But
did it involve Russia? I think it involved Russia.
Yeah, definitely did. But it wasn't the Cold War.
So
the Cold War wasn't an actual.
Which one was the one that involved Russia?
It was
not the war. I mean the game. What was the game that involved Russia?
Somebody is gonna beat me.
Was that Black Ops? Like Black Ops 17?
No, that's not Black Ops. Black Ops wasn't Russia, was it? I know what it was.
The last Call of Duty that I owned was Modern Warfare 3. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time.
Which one was, because we had the ice picks and we was what was the one with Russia? I don't know. Somebody.
Either way, point is that my roommate was into Call of Duty, still is, but he was playing with somebody else visiting him from Maryland, and the point is that his friend stinks at the game. Not good. He is what we like to call a liability in the Battle Royale game. So the point is, I was like trash talking him. I was giving him shit for it because why not? He's in my apartment. I'm going to roast him if he's bad at the game. So he just goes, yeah, I want to see what you can do. I'm like, okay, fine. So I haven't played the game. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in probably like 8 years. It's been a long time. I'm like, okay, fine. I pick up the sticks. I joined the random duo tournament. They had like a twos tournament. that you could enter for something.
Mm-hmm.
So I hop in random guy, like a random whatever. I have no mic. I'm just playing whatever. I won the entire tournament with this random guy. I hadn't played in like 7 or 8 years, and I won this tournament. And yeah, I never let this other friend forget about it. That's the last
Oh
time I
no,
played
you
COD.
can't.
No.
Yeah, you can't let him.
I
You
won
gotta
the
let him have
tournament.
it.
My KD was positive. The other guy was good, but my KD was positive. I dropped the controller, never played again. So last time I played. It's the only time I've played in the last 8 years. I won a random twos tournament, and then I left. And that was it. So, that's it.
Oh, I'm so far removed from Call of Duty that I don't even know what twos tournament you're talking about.
They added a random duos, like, tournament thing. That might help summarize which
Is
game
that
I was
Warzone?
playing.
Oh, was it Warzone? I feel like it was.
I think it
Warzone.
was Warzone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Either way, point is it was that one. And it's like,
Wow. So
alright.
you went and won a game of Warzone your first try?
It wasn't a game, it was a tournament. I won, like, 5 games in a row
Oh
with this
wow.
random guy,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
They had, like, close quarter maps, and I'm like, "Alright, just don't be an idiot and I'll be fine." And I was not an idiot and I was fine, so it's all good. I mean, the mechanics are similar. You just have to deal with the sensitivity and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played COD since, so there you go. I used to be very good at the game, but not nearly as good as I used to be. So,
All right.
that was our detour of the episode.
It was a crazy
Mhm.
detour. It was a crazy detour. All right. Player props. Indiana, Vegas. Anything else besides we started with Asia. Where else are we going?
I gotta ask you about the Aces defense, because if you're against them, you like Caitlyn stats. If not, then, I mean, or unless you want to go against Caitlyn anyway and back Jackie.
I don't want to take Jackie because I think Jackie's gonna have to use a lot of effort on defense.
I know I didn't mean back Jackie for props. I mean backing
Oh,
Jackie's defense
oh yeah,
against
yeah, yeah.
Caitlyn.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I'm not playing Miss Caitlin Clark today. If anything, it would still be the assist. I think the assist probably, but and that's just because I don't trust the Aces defense to continue to get right. I think the rebounds and assists have been good for her recently. She's been over 14 and a half rebounds and assists in what is this, 6 of her last 8 games. And she was good against the Aces. Well, 50-50. So she was 50-50 with it against the Aces that first season, but been very, very good recently with that rebounds and assist prop. I think that's how I would play it.
Yeah, I don't mind that angle, but I'm wondering if there's anybody else you want to go for Aaliyah. You think Aaliyah struggles against Asia? Any thoughts on anybody else?
She gets up sometimes and she try to do a little something, but
Her points are
it's
only at 12.5 though for Aaliyah.
so she's had 12, 18, 6, and 14.
It's been very up and down against this team.
I mean,
The
it's
rebounds are
tough.
7.5 though.
It's a tough matchup. It really is. Like it's a tough matchup for them.
I didn't mind the rebounds possibly. She's had at least 8 rebounds and 3 straight against the Aces, but 7.5. If you want to bump that to 8.5, it's or 9.5's plus 164. But I don't really feel great about it either.
Hmm.
I
I
mean,
like
because
the rebounds.
they're
I
on the
like the
road. We don't
rebounds.
trust this team on the road anyway, so we're
Yeah,
kind of stuck.
yeah. I just like back in Asia. I don't want to. I don't because I don't know what anybody else on the Aces are going to give me. But I know she's wearing the white T-shirt, Scott. She's wearing the white T-shirt again. I don't know if people remember what the heater that she went on when she put the white T-shirt on last season, but it was a crazy heater. And you know what? I'm fine backing that. She went and had a 20 and 14 game the first day in the white T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ladder Asia's boys. I am.
It took an injury for her to remember about the white T-shirt,
And
and
she
now
was
she's
talking.
back.
And she was talking like, "Yo, we gonna figure this out." She was like, "Yo, this is on me. I'm gonna place it on me. Like,
I
we
enjoy
got to
that
get this
joke
team
though,
together."
or like that line. It's like I'll figure this out. She just adds an undershirt to her game, and it's like, all right,
Mhm.
I figured it out. I'm ready to roll, and she just dominates. They lost anyway, but you know what? She got hers, so that's all that matters sometimes.
All right. Well, let's see. Wow. We still have 3 more games to talk about. I
Yep.
love it. Great slate. Yeah, Scott. I'm not gonna lie. The NBA Finals is gonna be on the TV. But it might be the game that I just continue to keep like going back and looking at the score. And maybe if something's going on, I'm looking there. But I'm really kind of locked into the W slate here. There's some good games going on.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. No offense, but I'll be glued to the NBA Finals and
It's
nothing else besides the NBA Finals.
nah. Man, I'm not missing my Valkyries play. No way. And then I can't wait to tell you the line on the
Look,
Valkyries.
I love the Valkyries as well.
I can't
I'm
wait to
not watching the Connecticut Sun over the NBA Finals Game 7. They're just not
I will
happening.
I love my Valkyries. I
Yeah,
don't
so
mind.
do I. I joined you on the win total. I'm just saying I'm not watching the Sun over the NBA Finals.
And then you get Stewie back in Seattle. I love this slate for the W. Oh, this finals was supposed to be over. It was
It
supposed to be
was.
over.
Mhm.
Real quick, Underdog Fantasy. We're talking about the NBA Finals. You can get the 100% profit boost for the NBA Finals over there at Underdog Fantasy right now. Right now with the extender bonus. Go over there, check it out. And we'll drop an underdog lineup in the WNBA as we always do. NBA SGPN is the promo code, special pick, and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBA SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm with their new power trends, AI detected patterns where Rhythm's models have consistently won and have a high ROI. Power trends are updated daily and they're exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data bet. So download the Rhythm app and check out power trends. Get a 7-day free trial over there at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, next up. Oh man, I can't believe they're playing again today. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
Chicago
they
Sky.
didn't show up for game 1, so does that count as playing? Because they got buried.
Chicago Sky are on the road going to play the Atlanta Dream. They are on the second leg of a back-to-back. Sky are catching 15 and a half points on the road here. 159 and a half is the total. I mean, I mean, they have games where they look competent. They really do. Like, I don't want to get on them like that. They have games where they look competent, and they've looked competent against some pretty decent competition before too. But I mean, when the bottom falls out from this team, it just it's like ripping the rug, and under the rug is a hole in the floor.
Mhm.
And the person just like a cartoon, and the person just falls through the hole in the floor. I mean, oh my gosh, it is so bad. Oh, it's so bad at times with this team.
And we thought there was a potential that they found a little something with the Angel assists, trying to change up, who's going to be running the offense. I didn't notice that today. I didn't notice anything today, to be honest. They gave
Oh,
up like 100-something points. Angel had, what did she have? Two rebounds, 2 assists, like 9 points. Like she was just bad. The whole team was bad. So yeah, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. But this team is still horrible. So
oh, Scott. I mean, I tweeted at one point at the end of the third quarter, all of the Mercury's guards were shooting above 50, like as a whole, we're shooting above 50%.
they gave up at least 27 points in each of the first 3 quarters. They're 10-minute quarters. I mean, it was ridiculous.
It was
They'd
a
given up 90
very
plus points in 3 quarters. The Mercury could have scored 115, 120 if they wanted to. It was over very quickly. Yeah, I
with that
mean,
being said, I mean, you're not worried about fatigue.
no.
Nobody played over 25 minutes. Not one person.
None of the starters played more than 23 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're not worried about fatigue at all. But I mean, Kia Nurse's 3 for 9, 10 points looks way better than how she looked in the actual game. She looked unplayable. I mean, oh my gosh, it was so bad. The only person that you couldn't really complain about was Camilla. And that was really it. Camilla was able to continuously get going.
Mhm.
Maybe defensively, you could have wanted more, but like, oh, it's just again, when this team is bad, they're really, really, really bad. With that being said, there's no way I could back the Sky. This is a lot of points, but I just don't know how I could reasonably say Sky plus 15 and a half is a good bet. What is the path for them to keep this game close?
The Sky? They got to hope the Dream missed some shots, and they got to guard somebody. I mean, I'm hoping that even though the Sky offensively were technically fine today, which they really weren't because they scored 28 points in garbage time in the fourth quarter. I do think that the Sky have to at least show some form of effort defensively. And I'm hoping as an actual team, they'll take some pride and try to guard somebody. That would be the hope. Also, the Dream did give up a bunch of points to the Mystics, so maybe their defense is not as good as we might think it is. Maybe. They're regressing a bit defensively. But, I mean, the Sky are a mess. They have no guards that I actually really like. Allen has not been great. Atkins, I know we like Atkins, but it's not really worked out so far in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Reese and Cardoso spacing is still not ideal. Rebecca Allen scored 2 points today. I mean, I don't know what there is to really like about this team. And to be honest, I know that she's still a rookie and she's coming off the bench. Van Lith has been horrible, and nobody's really talking about it. And I get that, it takes some time for some rookies to get adjusted to life in the W, and maybe she's also a bit undersized. She's going to have to, try to work on her game to adjust to the W. But Van Lith was also supposed to be a type of scorer off the bench. We saw her in, 40 different colleges, and she was a solid scorer in college. And then she got to the W, and she can't really do anything. So I was hoping she'd at least be some type of boost off the bench as a solid bench option. And she's just not that at all. I don't know if we agree on that or not, but I think Van Lith has been really, really bad so far in the rookie season.
She has been good.
So there you go.
And you've got some. I mean, of the rookies are balling too. At that,
Yeah,
like
a lot of the
that's
rookies have been very good, and she was a first-round pick. I know that she was a back-end first-round pick, but she's shooting 41%
But
from the floor,
what
27% from three.
what I will give her credit is that everybody on the Sky are shooting career lows right now.
Mm-hmm. Because the
Every
offensive
single
system is
person,
broken.
every single person on the Sky is shooting a career low right now. That's ridiculous. So, like, I can't even say that it's all the way her because
Oh no, it's system.
everybody
It's
sucks.
pure system. My point is,
Everybody sucks.
what are they even trying to run at this point? I can't even tell what they're trying to do. They're getting their asses kicked in a bunch of games. They scored 86 points, and they got blown out, so a lot of it was garbage time scoring. Mal's asking why Aries not on the team. Great question.
Yeah.
Aerie would be a good fit on this
They don't.
team.
I mean,
Somebody can score.
they don't have the space because they've already allocated their roster spots, and nobody wants to cut nobody and bring somebody in on a long-term deal. It's like she has to wait for an injury, and that's really annoying. I hate how they do that. They should be there should be more parameters in W for you to be able to make roster decisions, because there's no reason that Aerie McDonald is out there like just sitting there waiting for somebody to get hurt to go get picked up by a team. And then some teams still, like the Sparks just picked up Grace Berger.
Yeah.
And just cut her. Like,
Mhm.
like why did they pick up Grace Berger? That was definitely that was clearly the best place. Whatever. I'm not about to get it on.
And
that.
also, I see people mentioning that Kennedy, of course, is not there. And I do want to point out that even though Kennedy, I thought, was their best player last season, with their current coaching staff and whatever the hell they're trying to run offensively, I love Kennedy. They'd be a bad team anyway. They wouldn't be this bad. They'd be better than that.
If everybody's shooting career lows, I just have to assume that she would be shooting a career low as well.
This
I
has to
really
be a
do.
coaching thing, because right now they are doing nothing.
And I hate it because I was excited about Tyler Marsh, but I'm not gonna lie. The numbers are the numbers. Everybody's shooting a career low. Every single person. Even Ariel. Ariel is a gold medalist, and she's shooting a career low.
I'll put it this way. It's still early in his coaching career. Some coaches are better assistants than head coaches, and we'll see if he can turn it around or not.
And
But
it's
out of all the
fair.
new coaches, he's easily dead last in the power rankings. He's been really, really bad. I think so.
Did you see the Sparks game today?
The Sparks aren't good either, but
A-
I mean the Sky are on another level though. Like that team is bad.
But I will say this: the Spark, for the talent that the Sparks have, they should be way better than
That I can agree with.
It is like nobody's talking about Lynn Roberts, but it's very close right now.
I'm gonna ask. Not saying that one
it's
person
very
changes
close.
everything. How big of a Burrell fan are you?
I mean, I like her, but like, I don't think I never thought that I think she's a bench player in the league.
That's fine.
I don't think she's a starter.
Okay, so point is though, she's still a
them
rotation
starting
piece.
her, yeah, them
She got
starting
hurt.
her wasn't. I don't think she's a starter.
Brink
I think
hasn't
she's
played a
very
game
good-
yet. At least
Yeah.
there's some excuses you can make. I'm not saying that that's a big game changer either.
Mhm.
They've both been really bad so far in their young coaching careers. Chicago might be on another tier, though.
Jimmy's talking about the Wings coach. Yeah, he's pretty bad too. I'm not
He's
gonna lie.
bad too, but to be fair, the Wings hit
It's
rock
just
bottom
not
last
working.
year, so I don't know if
Yeah,
I can blame the coach for that.
so it's like they might, but they did overhaul the team.
Did
There's
they?
a
Because Enrique's still there. Did they U-Haul the
again.
entire team?
I'm weak.
You got McCallum,
So
who's barely playing. She's still there, technically.
so I'm not rushing to judge any of the three, but I will admit, even though Sky were a playoff team last year, so that's actually like they were a playoff team
They
last
were
year. So that
not.
makes
They barely missed last
I
year.
mean,
They were on the cusp.
they were going to make the
The whole team
playoffs,
got
and
injured.
then
They were gonna
everybody
make it,
they
yeah.
were going to make the playoffs
Yeah.
though. So that's why I say they were a playoff team because they were gonna make it. And then the Sparks were horrible, but like
I don't know, maybe I built in a little bit of, I'd say, sympathy towards the Wings coach, because even though they got Page and they arguably should be better, that team was so bad last year and the chemistry was pure
yeah,
cancer that I might just be like, all
I don't
right.
know why I've given I keep giving him a pass too, and I don't know why. I do keep
I
giving
think
him
because
a
we keep
pass.
making money fading that team, so we just like him as a coach because we
Yeah,
keep
just
making
keep
money.
yeah, let's just keep him there so we
Pretty
can have
much.
that's a go-to fade right there. All right. By the way, he's a defensive head coach. That's a funny thing. Okay, sorry. So we're back here. Where's the drop? Because we're not doing this with the Sky today. Watch they cover too. Watch it. Watch they randomly cover. I'm not.
I mean, I mentioned before the Sky defensively shows some pride. Damn, the Dream have to play better defense than they did against the Mystics.
Yeah, and that's really just it. As long as the Dream just wake up and play well defensively again, like I think they're gonna score. You know, the Sky are giving up 40% from three this year.
It wouldn't shock me. Everyone's wide open. When you have Cardoso and
40%.
you have Reese trying to guard the perimeter, you can easily space that team out.
It was wide open shots, and you're telling me you're gonna give Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard a bunch of wide open threes? Like no way. And then Sienna Pow's shooting great. She another talk about
Yeah.
rookies, another rookie that looks great. Like I don't know what the Sky are supposed to do. I don't know what the Sky are supposed to do. Well, I know what they're supposed to do. Stop the three. Don't
Yeah.
let them get inside the paint. They somewhat defend the paint, okay, but like they're horrible from three. I can't get behind the Sky at all in this game. With that being said, what's the Sky's team total?
Let me try to pull that up quickly.
I'm over here, good old ESPN bet, trying to find it. Let me see here. Sky's team total is set at 71.5. Jesus Christ. I mean, they can accidentally go over that. They're just so. Let's see.
Would
They
you
scored,
prefer a first half team total and just pick the Dream, come out and bury him?
and then second half garbage time points.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the first half? Let me find a first half number.
I know Bet365 usually had that. I can check the database.
Let's see here. That's how we should play it. You're on the money, Scott. First half team total under.
I don't see a first half yet. I see the team total for Chicago is at 71.5, but I'm assuming first half would be probably mid slightly high 30s. Probably.
I'll probably feel better about it when I see the number, but I could definitely see the Sky not doing anything in the first half and then just whatever. You score. It doesn't matter in the second half.
I'm just hoping the Dream, after getting a scare from the Mystics that they had no business being scared of because they had the game in the bag earlier, I'm hoping they'd at least show some pride and show urgency and say, listen, we got to lock in defensively for a little bit, and maybe the Sky are going to feel the, I'd say, pain associated with that. So I think the Dream play better defensively, and I think they move on from there.
I'm sorry. Why did they fire the Sky coach again? No reason.
Politics?
No reason.
I don't know.
There was no reason to fire Teaspoon. It was no reason at all.
Some teams miss the playoffs because of coaching. Some do because of injuries. I thought you did a great job.
And that was because of injury.
Yeah, they're a good team.
I mean, there was no reason for them to fire her.
No, not at all. And they got a worse coach, which is not where you want to go.
Player props.
I'm still mad at Alicia for last game, though. I don't know what the hell that was.
And
She kind of let Ryan take over, but...
And you know what? Ryan went 3 for 11. Alicia ended up finishing with 18 points. She just didn't do anything on the RA.
Yeah, that's what I meant. She let Howard take over the RA stuff.
She's gonna go over the RA this game, Scott.
Okay.
And then Ryan Howard is the points for this game. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for the okay, Alicia Gray had a pretty solid game. Ryan Howard didn't do anything. The next game it flips. It always happens because guess what? What do I normally do? I bet Alicia Gray. I'd be like, oh, Gray just got off. She's been doing really well recently. Da 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 da. No, it always never works. So now I'm flip flopping what I was gonna do. I normally would have took Alicia Gray here. I'm taking Ryan Howard in this spot. Ryan Howard over on points. She's gonna have like 5 threes. Matter of fact, we should probably ladder her threes. What's that? What can I do that? Let me see what that number is at. This is how I've told myself how I was gonna correct it. You take the one that had the bad game, that person always goes off. Let's see here. Ryan, where are your 3-pointers at? 2.5? Oh, that's minus 180. Okay, never mind. So 3.5 is plus 145. 4.5 is plus 320. Dang, they're offering 6 threes on Ryan Howard. How many times has she done that? She's done that once this dang she had that 9 against the Sky.
She did.
That first game against the Sky, she had 9. Yeah. Run back the Ryan Howard 3-pointers. What? Yes. Run that back. All right.
I'll go with a fade. I'll throw in Ariel Atkins under on her points at 12.5. Look, either it's fit or it's just
Really?
scenery. She's been terrible. She had 13 against the Mercury, so she had herself a pretty good game, mainly because then the Mercury stopped trying when they were up by a ton. She's had less than 13 points in 5 of the last 6. Last game against Atlanta, she had 12. She took 10 shots, 4 of 10. But the dream this season defensively have been better than I expected. But I don't think Atkins fits with this team. So I think that Atkins might struggle. 12.5, though, when she's gone under in 5 of the last 6. Feels like a pretty high number to me. She went under in the first meeting this season. I think she'll finish with around 10. Might be a sweat, but feels a bit high to me. I'll go with the under on Atkins points.
Over, last one. Over Bree Jones, 12.5 points.
Mhm.
Angel and Camilla are just not there defensively enough to slow
No.
her down. Elizabeth Williams can actually slow her down, but she comes off bench. And so I wonder how long until he realizes that Elizabeth Williams is really, really good defensively. And if they're going to make a turn on that side of the ball, they're going to need to play her more. But give me over 12.5 for Bree Jones. She's been very good to the number over in, 4 of her last 5? Yeah, over in 4 of her last 5 games. And she's had good history, 3 of the last 5 against the Sky. So I like Bree Jones to get it done. Next game up, our New York Liberty on the road going to play the Seattle.
They beat the Aces. I'll give it to them. Why not?
Seattle something.
I know that the Aces are bad this year. They never win in Vegas. At least they won a game in Vegas. I'll count it.
They've won 4 of their last 5 games.
Yeah. Do you want to guess which game I backed them in?
The one they lost.
Correct.
That's
That
the
is
one we
correct.
both did. But that's our fault.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I will never fade the Valkyries again this season.
Did you see?
There's not, out of every single team in the league, no matter what, because even against the Liberty and the Lynx, they'll make them an absurd favorite that I have to take the Valkyrie. I will never fade the Valkyries again this season.
Yeah, it's honestly fair. They've been mispriced the entire season. Did you see the quick, I'd say, soundbite or whatever of Diggins talking to Chelsea Gray, or do you not know what I'm talking about?
No, I missed it.
So Chelsea, I think, was complaining about a call at some point in like the second or third quarter, and it got caught like through lip reading.
Mm-hmm.
Skylar like walks past her, turns around, and just calls Chelsea Gray a fat fuck, and I laughed so hard. It was so funny. No hesitation, too. Like, didn't break stride, turned around, kept walking. She is so unhinged.
So unhinged.
So unhinged.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's always been like that.
It always has. But now we got, like, people actually are, like, paying attention to it more, so you see cameras on it all the time. I laughed pretty hard when I saw that, to be honest. It made me laugh. But yeah, so we're not afraid of pointing out that Skylar, she's a good player, but you might have a screw loose somewhere, which I'm fine with. But I'm
Oh,
just saying.
her and DT got into it on. First of all, and in hindsight, we should have known Skylar and DT on the same team was just too much personality.
Mhm.
Way too much personality
I
for that
like
to
it. I'm
work
not
out.
complaining as a viewer,
Way too
but
much personality for that to work out. Oh man, dude.
I'm just saying. I think Skylar, better or worse, might be a habitual line stepper. That's kind of what the
Yep.
vibe I'm getting from Skylar, and I'm in for it. But it made me laugh.
Liberty are laying 3.5, 164.5 is total. Jockwell Jones is out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Good luck, man.
You know
Dude.
what that means though.
Ah,
With John Qual being out, you know what that means.
what?
Stewie rebound time.
Oh yeah.
We're back.
And I mean, but like, eh, it hurts the Liberty as a team because the Liberty
100%.
suck at rebounding.
Yeah.
If there's ever like one aspect of the game they just cannot get right this season, it's rebounding. They get killed on. Yo, what was the game against the game against Chicago? Was the one where it was so glaring because in a game where the New York Liberty beat the Chicago Sky by how many points is this? 19 points. They got out rebounded 37-29 in a game that they beat them by 19 points.
Mhm.
This team sucks at rebounding, man. And I'm telling you, with no Jonquel and with no Phoebich, this feels like, remember when we said early in the season that we were concerned about the Liberty because it was just too many people gone?
Yeah.
Right now with Phoebich out and Jonquel hurt and Benigel Hamilton out for the season, that's just too much gone. Like that's three really good defensive pieces that you're not working out. Now, granted, Benigel Hamilton hasn't been there all year. Okay, you can say that. But still, Phoebich is a really, really good perimeter on-ball defender. Jockwell Jones, really, really good defender that also bails us out any single time the Liberty have a scoring slump. Jockwell Jones bails them out with three or bails them out getting to the rim. So, like, I think I'm on the Storm.
I'm with you. I think the Liberty are going to slump for a little bit. They got to readjust either the rotations or the philosophy. But you mentioned the rebounding before. The Storm, whether you like them or not, they do have size, so they can give this team problems on the interior. I think Ezzy could have a solid game too. NECA could have a solid game as well. They do have the bodies to give this limited front court problems of the
Mm-hmm.
Liberty. And it's in Seattle, which definitely helps too. I like the Storm here. East Coast team traveling west. They don't have any center depth at all. I mean, who do you think they're going to use as the new center?
Oh, so Sabali, they've it's kind of been a rotation, but it looks like
Sabali,
that it's
Burke.
gonna be it looked like it's gonna be Sabali and Burke in the lineup.
Yeah,
That
I
really
actually think Burke might start, but who knows? Point is, it's definitely a downgrade. So we'll see what happens. But
so last game they took Sabali out of the lineup, and that's when but Jockwell Jones was starting then. Game before that, it was Sabali and Burke that were both in the lineup against the uh what was it, the Indiana Fever, I believe it was. Was that the game where it was so in the Indiana Fever game, it was Sably, Burt, Cloud, Sabrina, Stewie. I assume that's going to be the lineup again here. I can't imagine any other change other than that, which also makes the Liberty really thin on the bench.
yeah,
Because now you got, I mean, of course you're playing Johannes, but then it's going to be a lot more Rebecca Gardner, some Izzy Harrison. Like it really, really thins out the bench there, and you need Maureen Johannes to be on offensively. Like you really, really need her to be on offensively to carry that bench scoring. I just think that's too many outs, man. I think that's too many outs for the Storm, who are a solid team, like a really good, solid team. I still have them in that tier underneath the Liberty and the Lynx. So this just isn't going to be a good spot for them. They're going to have to work some things out. I'm taking the Seattle Storm plus 4.5.
I like the money line in the game.
Yep, I could see the Liberty dropping on the road here too.
And you know who's going to do pretty well with no front court, right? In this game,
Who?
it's our girl. It's Gabby.
Oh yeah, I mean, that she cashed it again, man.
She's
She
so
had her
good.
she had her first double-double.
Yeah, she had 18, 12, and 4.
And it's still at 21.5, by the way. They're not moving
We'll
it.
keep taking it. We'll keep saying thank you. Last game last year, she had 26 PRA. So
I don't
don't
think
fix
I've
what isn't
I don't
broken.
think I've I don't think I've I don't think I've bet a prop as consistently since 80 assists.
Yeah, it just keeps winning. Keep taking
Like
it.
I don't consider anything with Gabby's PRA right now. Like I really don't consider anything.
I
Like
would say Asia had a run there last year as well, but yeah, for the most
oh yeah,
part.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And Fee had some moments too, but yeah.
Yeah. Really, really, really good prop there. Like like whenever I need a win, Gabby Williams is right there for me.
Mhm.
Totals at 164.5. I think over. This is a really high total for a Storm game, by the way. I just want to say that. But I think over because I don't think Stewie's going to be enough, and I think that the inside of the paint is going to be open. Like I think NECA's going to be able to score on the inside. I think that we'll see Ezzy be able to score on the inside here. Of course, Gabby. If they bring Malonga off the bench in 10 minutes, Malonga, I'm pretty sure can get anywhere from 6 to 8 points on this Liberty front right now. Like,
Mhm.
and especially if she's playing against the backups, like there's just no depth with the Liberty right now. I'm really nervous about them defensively in this game. I say over.
I'm with you. The one concern I have with the Liberty, though, offensively, is with the missing John Quell. I know John Quell can also shoot the 3 ball. Are they just going to live and die by the 3 now? Is that going to be their new offensive strategy because they're missing a lot on the interior? Because they shot a lot of 3s anyway. Are they just going to keep chucking?
Mm,
Is that the pivot here?
I'd say it can be. I think they still I think it's clear though. I think it's pretty clear. We're just running everything through Stewie and
And
Sabrina
Sabrina,
right now.
as they
And
should.
so of
But
course Sabrina is gonna take a lot more of the outside shots and Stewie is gonna get to the midi and try to get to the rim.
mhm.
But it's a lot of Stewie, a lot of Sabrina, and then I mean you just gotta hope Natasha Cloud is on. Like
Yeah,
that's really it. You just gotta hope Natasha Cloud is on that day. Now, Kennedy Burke, if they dare drop a 3-point line on Kennedy Burke, she is second, I believe, in 3-point percentage. I wonder if she fell off from 50%. She was shooting 50% from three for a minute, and she'd be taking them and takes a good number. So if they dare drop a line on Kennedy Burke, remember that she's a really good 3-point shooter. Any other player props? Well, we already got over Gabby, but what else do we like here?
I mean, Sabrina rebounds at 6.5. So if you want, I mean, not Sabrina. Sorry, I mean, Stewie rebounds at 6.5, which I like in this one. So I don't mind going for Stewie rebounds there. Ionescu, do I want to go for the assists? Let me just see how she's been doing assist-wise recently. Her points are at 19.5, which feels kind of low, but I
Hmm.
can understand that, I guess. Assists are at 5.5. She's been so good against the Storm. She's had 8 assists in 3 straight games against the Storm. 6 last game. I think I'm still on Stewie assists. You said they're going to use her in pretty much all of the offensive sets because they have to. It's a
Hmm.
lot of usage. Give me the Stewie over. I mean, give me the Sabrina over 5.5 assists.
All right. Let me see. What else can I sniff out in this game? Because Gabby's just this a overplay. I'm not gonna. I think NECA's probably gonna have a good game. I wonder if have they played without Jocko in the lineup in this game before? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that's it's a lot easier when Jocko Jones is not in on the inside. So Ezzy and NECA, I think both probably have better scoring days. Because Liberty now they're undersized. Yeah, they are now undersized. So I think NECA and Ezzy both have a pretty good scoring day here. I don't have a line on Ezzy though. All right. Anything else?
No, not really.
All right, best game of the night. Golden State Valkyries are at home and they are going up against the Connecticut Sun. The Valkyries are laying 8.5. It opened up at 6.5 and it got bet up to 8.5 because people are now realizing what I've been saying all along. This Valkyries team is good. 154.5 is the total because Connecticut can't score and the Valkyries are good at defense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not afraid of the number. I'm not.
So you're just laying it.
Yep.
I
I
think
told
I'm
you
with
there's no number you could put next to the Valkyries against any team where I won't sit there and look at it and be like, yeah, the Valkyries could probably get that done.
Yeah, I'm with you. Question is, I want to go for the full game of the first half. Because first half's -5.5, full game's 8.5.
Well, you play both because
Yeah,
the first half is a lock.
it's a weird spot because they've been dogs the entire season. Now they're finally favored, but
Nope.
this team is so good at home.
Yep.
They're only 4-2 straight up at home. They beat the Fever by 11, beat the Storm by 6, beat the Aces by 27 points. They lost to the Lynx. I believe they covered that game, so that counts. They beat the Mystics as well. So their losses at home were to the Lynx, who are one of the best teams in the entire league, and the first game of the season, where they lost to the Sparks. Besides that, they've been phenomenal at home. The crowd's into it. The Suns stink
You got
at
pods on the
basketball.
side.
Travel.
Pods is on the
Clear
side, letting them
travel.
know. It very much
Clear
was too.
travel. Pods knows the rules. Clear travel.
Clear travel there.
So, yeah, I'm with you on the Valkyries. I think that they're an elite home court advantage, and the Sun are bad anyway. But now you're traveling West Coast and you suck at basketball. It's not a great spot. The Valkyries might bury this team.
I mean, like, what is there not to like?
There's only one way the Sun actually compete in games, and that's Mabry and Charles playing well in the same game, which I have no faith in happening on a game in game out basis. So, yeah, give me Nakasi to have a good game plan here. I'll go with the Valkyries.
I mean, maybe if you kill them on the glass, you'll have a game, but
They're
because
good on the boards though.
that's basically how what was it? It was 39-28 in that Dallas game, and that's how Dallas was able to get that win.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have faith in the Connecticut Storm dominating the Valkyries on the glass like that?
I
Like,
don't have any faith in the Sun at all to do what you hope they do.
oh yeah, the Sun. No, I don't. Yeah,
Let me actually look at Tina's rebounding numbers this season because I feel like they're fine but not great. It's only 5.3. So she just became Brittany Griner. And they needed to rebound the ball. So
dead
no.
last in defensive rebounds per game.
As
Dead
they should be.
last
Charles averaging 5.3. They're a pretty small lineup to begin with.
dead last in total rebound rate. I mean, they're pretty bad in almost every single rebounding statistics. They're ninth in offensive rebounds. Like
Yeah.
that's how you're gonna beat the Valkyries. You're gonna need to do the grunt work, and they don't do the grunt work. This Valkyries team is gonna roll. They are gonna beat them by 10.
I want to read off the road scores of the Sun games this season. So in order, Fever lost by 17. Mystics lost by 37. Liberty lost by 48. They beat the Fever. I don't believe Caitlin played in that game. Lost to the Dream by 24. Lost to the Lynx by 6. So looking at, once again, ignoring the Lynx game, which was the furthest from where we are right now, that means that each of their last 4 road losses have been by at least 17 points. They no-show every road game, and now they're going to the West Coast. So I think the Valkyries kill them.
I love this Valkyries team so fucking.
17 plus points in those road losses, they get killed in all these games.
Last 5 games, 5 opponents knock them down. All 5 opponents have not gone over their team total. Every single one under the team total last 5 games for the Valkyries. Valkyries handle business, do what needs to be done defensively because they are well head coach. Natalie Nakase and Sydney Johnson are just like right there in terms of great coaching hires and getting it done. And so, yes, over on the Valkyries, over on their team total, under on the Connecticut Sun. Anything else here, Scott?
Not really. I mean, if you want to go for some props, we can talk about it. But
yeah, player props.
We both agree on the Valkyries for this matchup.
What else do we? Let's see what player props we got here for this one. Let's see what they got for us. Well, this could be another Caleb Thornton really good rebound game.
Could be.
And you know what? She had back-to-back 5, 6. The rebound number has come back down.
Mhm.
I think she goes over. I think she goes over again. Let's see. I mean, Tina should still score. She should. I mean,
I have a hard time trusting Tina because I'm just not sure how much she has left in the tank at this point.
oh well, maybe not.
She's been like okay scoring wise, but once again the rebounds have fallen off. She used to be very good at that too.
It's just her usage is so high because they don't have.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have much talent
But
around her, but
Jonquil had 13. Asia had 17. Steph
yeah, but they have
Dolson.
actual point guards.
Steph Dolson.
I don't
Steph
know.
Dolson.
Like the Sun don't have anything. Their entire offense is based on Mabry and Charles just trying to have good games at the same time.
Aaliyah had 17. Ezzy had 10. Oh well, maybe Dalton's 18. Yeah, all right. And I don't trust Mabry either. I think Veronica Burton is going to be all over, and they're going to play Mabry pretty tough too. It just seems like Natalie Lacoste is going to have an answer for any game plan that anybody else has. I would like a Mo. I'll do Mo Bill over rebounds as well, and then Let's say has been good scoring. I would take her over on points. Man, I would just load up on Valkyries props. Honestly, just load
Yeah.
up on the Valkyries props. I'm clearly going to be biased anytime the Valkyries come up on the come up on the schedule. Anytime. Yes, Valkyries to the moon. All right. Total. Did we talk about total? I mean,
No, but we like the Valkyries team total over. We don't care about Connecticut offensively.
yeah, pretty much. Valkyries team total over or Connecticut team total under. However you want to split it. Take one of those sides.
I see Fahrenheit mentioning it's a Burton revenge game.
Yes, it is. It very much is. Good angle. And yeah, good angle. Have fun with that.
If I was going to back Burton, it'd be either the PRA or the RA because she kind of can do everything while also punting points.
And
So
she's been good with the assist too. Like if she
yeah,
had a random double, I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
Okay, let's figure out a lock. Lock. Who do I want to back or fade today? I do love my Valkyries. I'm not gonna lie. I just think 8.5 is just respect. Is just respect. But you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna jinx my Valkyries like that. I'm already down on the first half. I don't need to be down on the full game there. Do like that Aces team total, but the Aces kind of give me up and down. Let's go with the Mystics.
Okay.
And let's back this new offense and say that they turned the corner offensively. They play well at home as well. Dallas has just been horrible defensively and nothing that I've really wanted to back at all. So I will take the Washington Mystics team total over 83.5. Let's go back to the Mystics. They've been good, and they've scored the past couple the last game with moving Shakira Austin to the lineup. Let's say that this is a new trend of them scoring, and they don't go back to being very up and down offensively. With Austin back in the lineup, she should have a big game. Had 28 in that last game? I think it was 28 in that game against the Dream Sky. So I like points here for the Mystics against a Dallas Wings defense. Give me over 83.5. For my dog, think we're going to have the same dog here, Scott, because I'm not getting fancy with it. Just give me the Storm on the money line, plus 150. I think the Liberty got to figure things out right now, and this isn't the time to be backing them. I think that this Seattle team can make this a very close game. And ultimately, when we get to money time, I think that there'll be easier opportunities for Seattle to score 'em than the Liberty. Because if they take away the 3 for the Liberty, it's going to get really, really ugly. So I like the Seattle Storm plus 150.
All right, that was going to be my dog, so I got to think if I want to go with something else. For my lock, I am going to go with the Valkyries. I'll go with the 8.5. I think at the end of the day, it's a spot where I mentioned before each of the last 4 Sun road losses have been by 17 plus points. They're traveling West Coast. Valkyries have an insane home court advantage. They're killing everybody at home right now. And this team has chemistry and depth, despite missing 5 players for overseas basketball.
Yeah.
They keep winning. They've been very good. And the Sun are terrible on the road. So give me the Valkyries minus 8.5 as my lock. I was going to go with the Storm, but I might do something a bit different instead. Let me just quickly see if I can create a same game parlay or something for this one. Do I have player performance doubles yet? I do not. Okay, I was gonna go with Gabby PRA mixed in with Storm, but I want to see if I could actually do that and get a decent price out of it, because that might be a decent boost of what I'm looking for. 21.5. Do I want to go with that?
What? PR8?
No, I thought about going with the Gabby PRA with the Storm money line, and that's plus 225. I'm
I
thinking if I
mean,
want to do that for a bigger bump for the
I
payout.
mean, that's basically just getting Storm money line at plus 225.
It's like a free leg on a 2-pick entry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I'll join you on that. I think it is a bad spot for the Liberty, and I do think that if the Storm are going to win, Gabby's going to need a solid game. She has a good game anyway, but I'll go with that as well. So I'll take your play, but I'll bump it up a little bit. Give me Storm money line with Gabby Williams 21.5 PRA. Same game parlay plus 225.
All right. Underdog.
Well, we got Gabby in there. Cashes every game. It's a free space.
Okay. Free square of Gabby. Let's make sure that 21.5 PRA higher. Cool.
You want the Asia PR?
Oh yeah, for sure.
She
Oh,
has the white shirt on again.
37. No, that's 34.5 points and rebounds. Yeah, she had 34 last game. And
Mhm.
that was the first game of the white shirt. Yeah. They're not accounting. They're not accounting for the white shirt in the number. I don't think they are. And I'm just wait for the tunnel walk. If you want to wait for the tunnel walk, wait for the tunnel walk. But if that white tee is on in the tunnel walk of the Indiana game, go ahead and start entering the ladder right then and there. I think she can go for 30. Regardless of what they're doing offensively for the Aces, I still trust Asia. Despite it being a slow start to her season, I still trust her. Um, where's Ryan Howard? Or do we go? Wait, do they not have Bree Jones? Oh, they do have Bree Jones. Okay, we could say Bree Jones.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else we talked about for the sake of this matchup or collection of games.
Yeah, let's say Bree Jones. It's either Ryan Howard three. I was either gonna go Ryan Howard over three, well higher 3.5 point 3 pointers made, or I was gonna go Bree Jones. We should just go Bree
We
Jones
can
though.
go Bree. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Bree Jones higher 12.5 points. Asia Wilson higher 34.5 points and rebounds, and Gabby Williams higher 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Free square. Add that all in Underdog, shake it up, and you get 6x. $100 gets $600 over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Once again, should be a fun collection of games tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And of course, you got Game 7. A lot of good hoops on tomorrow, so it should be
Oh
fun.
yeah, the four games will be on the screen at one time, Scott.
Okay.
We will be using the YouTube TV Foursquare for this game for this day, definitely. All right. With that, well, it'll only be 3 by that time, so it'll be a 3. It'll be a 3 square, but it will be on the TV. I am gonna be very locked into what the Valkyrie. I'm gonna have. I'm not gonna lie, Scott. Matter of fact, because I need a parlay. I didn't give out a parlay. I haven't hit one yet though, so I don't know if I should still give it out. We're gonna do the parlay. Free square. Valkyries first half. Lay 5.5. We are going to back the white t-shirt early in the game. Asia Wilson. This book has 22.5. I have to lay a little bit of juice, but that's fine. And one more. Who do I want? Mystics. Yeah. Mystics laying 3.5. So Valkyries first half, Asia points, Mystics laying 3.5. There you go. There's parlay. All right. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just kind of like this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Freaking up out of here. Midnight oil. I'm